War movies are powerful cinema. They mix heart-pounding action with raw emotion, showing what people go through when everything is on the line. Over the years, this genre has built a loyal fan base because these films don't just show history, they make us feel it. From sacrifice and survival to the unbreakable bonds formed on the battlefield, war movies hit hard and stay with you. In today's video, we're counting down the best war movies of 2025 that are pushing the genre forward and leaving audiences breathless. Let's get started. Warfare.
Going hot.
You gotta get ready, man. It's gonna hurt.
On my count. 1, 2.
Warfare is one of the most intense modern war films in recent years because of how incredibly real it feels. Director Ray Mendoza made it specifically for his friend and fellow at SEAL, Elliot Miller. During the actual 2006 mission, Miller suffered a traumatic brain injury that wiped out his memory of the event. Mendoza wanted to recreate the day in such detail that Miller could finally see and understand what happened to him. It starts with the team moving into a local house to keep watch over a dangerous neighborhood. The tension builds as a surprise grenade attack leaves teammates injured, leading to a desperate struggle to evacuate the wounded through a maze of explosions and gunfire.
Trying to get to our position. Inbound! Inbound! Find cover! 1 minute out!
Fans praised the movie's extreme realism. The actors underwent an intensive Navy SEAL-style boot camp prior to filming to ensure they moved, spoke, and reacted like real operators under fatigue. Also, to enhance the realism, the film features no soundtrack or orchestral score. The music of the film is entirely the sounds of combat, such as gunfire, explosions, and radio chatter, making you feel like you are right there with the platoon. Nuremberg.
Only when we make all men answerable to the law.
Based on Jack L. High's non-fiction book, The Nazi and the Psychiatrist, Nuremberg focuses on an intense psychological battle between U.S. Army psychiatrist Douglas Kelly and a notorious Nazi war criminal, Hermann Goering. Dr. Kelly is tasked with ensuring the Nazi prisoners are mentally fit to stand trial for war crimes, while trying to understand the motive behind their evil actions. He gets involved in a deeply twisted mental battle with Goering, the second most powerful figure in Nazi Germany, serving as Adolf Hitler's designated successor for much of the regime's existence.
Not because you won and we lost.
Not because you're morally superior.
I know more about this man than anyone else on the planet. You're walking into a trap.
While on the other hand, Justice Robert Jackson struggles against political pressure to build the famous international tribunal we saw afterward. Unlike the 1961 classic Judgment at Nuremberg, this 2025 version leans heavily into the thriller genre. It focuses on the claustrophobic interactions inside the prison cells, and they even used real black and white archived footage to show you exactly what it was like right after World War II. Prisoner of War. Prisoner of War is undoubtedly one of the best hand-to-hand combat movies that came out in 2025. This movie is a very notable and brutal demonstration of 1942's Japanese wartime cruelty, the Bataan Death March. We follow James Wright, a British pilot played by Scott Adkins, who gets captured by Japanese forces and ends up in a prisoner of war camp. The commander there is obsessed with martial arts and forces the prisoners to fight in a deadly tournament for sport. He expects the soldiers to break, but he doesn't realize that Wright is actually a master fighter.
Picking up your men. Eventually, you'll just run out of warriors.
Scott Adkins is one of the best martial arts movie stars in the world today, and he has the distinction of not just being a great martial artist, but a formidable actor as well. While Wright is busy fighting in the ring, he's also secretly working with a group of American soldiers to plan a massive breakout. They're racing against time to escape before they're forced onto an infamous death march. The world will tremble. The World Will Tremble is a heavy, real-life survival story that takes you back to one of the darkest moments of World War II. Set in 1942, it follows Solomon and Michael, two Jewish prisoners trapped in the Chełmno death camp in Poland. Unlike other camps, this place isn't built for work, it's built for killing, and the two men are forced into the nightmarish job of burying the victims' bodies. The movie transforms from horror to a desperate race for survival when they realize they are living on borrowed time.
What do we do? The world must know the truth.
Knowing they will eventually be killed to hide the evidence, they decide to risk everything on a near impossible escape. From there, it becomes a tense chase as they battle freezing forest and Nazi patrols. The World Will Tremble shows the unspeakable horrors of the Holocaust that's so well made to leave the audience speechless. Valiant One. In Valiant One, a routine repair mission near the demilitarized zone quickly turns into a desperate fight for survival. The story follows a group of US Army soldiers on what should be a routine tech mission near the Korean border. Things go wrong when their helicopter crashes in North Korea during bad weather. Now they're stuck in enemy territory with their commander badly injured and no way to call for help.
Our country has given me so much, and I wanted to give back.
These tech specialists aren't trained combat soldiers, but they'll have to fight their way back to safety. The film was inspired by a real near-crash incident involving a Navy SEAL, though the actual crash itself is fictional. Director Steve Barnett wondered what would happen if the helicopter actually went down. Words of War.
Well, this newspaper is mine.
There is nothing of value apart from the truth.
Words of War is a powerful drama based on the true story of Anna Politkovskaya, a brave Russian journalist who risked everything to tell the truth. The story dives deep into the human side of the Second Chechen War. Maxine Peake delivers an incredible performance as Anna. She shows how difficult it was to report on government corruption and war crimes, while the world was ready to look the other way.
That has never been experienced. Oh my God.
The war's come home.
People are killing each other. You get in the middle.
We see her traveling to dangerous war zones and even trying to save lives during the 2002 Moscow theater hostage crisis. It's a heavy watch because it shows real-life danger and the ultimate price she paid for her work. Director James Strong shapes the story like a political thriller, but the heart of it is Anna's belief that words can protect the powerless. The Battle of Oslo.
Men de er enige at det ikke er reglementert.
Directed by Daniel Farah, The Battle of Oslo is a Norwegian war thriller that tells the incredible 1940s true story of the sinking of the German ship Blücher during World War II. The story focuses on Colonel Birger Eriksen, a commander at a small coastal fortress who finds himself in an impossible spot. In the middle of a foggy night, he spots massive, unidentified warships heading straight for the capital, now with no clear orders from his government.
Knapt nok folk igjen.
Det krigsskip ute I fjorden?
Det ikke snakk om ett, men det snakk om 5.
He has to make a split-second choice: open fire and risk starting a war, or just stay silent and let the invaders go through. Whatever decision he took that day later shaped the world we know today. The movie also shows the aftermath, where Eriksen actually had to defend his actions in court after the war. It's an emotional look at what it really means to be a hero when the stakes are at their highest. Truth and Treason.
You're trying to get us all killed. I'm not afraid to die.
Truth and Treason is an American historical war drama based on the true story of Helmuth Hubener, a teenage resistance fighter who dared to stand up against the Nazi regime during World War II. After witnessing his Jewish friend taken away by Nazis and hearing his trusted bishop follow the Nazi regime, Helmuth begins questioning everything. He secretly listens to banned BBC radio broadcasts and launches his own resistance, distributing leaflets that expose the truth about Hitler's regime.
Shut your mouth!
We can change things.
Armed with nothing but a typewriter and the truth, he must outsmart the secret police force while deciding what it truly means to be a good German. Truth and Treason delivers an incredible, emotionally moving look at what it means to do the right thing when everyone else is following orders. Chief of War.
This is your home.
Jason Momoa is back with a miniseries called The Chief of War, and it's one of the best works he's done in his entire career. The story starts when Kayana returns home to Hawaii after traveling the world on foreign ships. When he gets back, he finds his islands in chaos. Instead of one peaceful nation, the islands are split into 4 kingdoms that are constantly at war with each other. At first, Kayana joins forces with King Kamehameha, a powerful leader who wants to bring all the islands together under one rule.
No matter what happens to me.
Because Kayana has seen how foreigners fight, he helps the king win many battles using new strategies. However, when the war gets more violent, Kayana starts to have second thoughts. He worries that the king is becoming ruthless and their peaceful way of life is being destroyed by the fighting. The Narrow Road to the Deep North.
In that jungle.
Directed by Justin Kurzel, The Narrow Road to the Deep North tells the story of an Australian doctor named Dr. Dorigo Evans across 3 different timelines. It jumps between his life as a young man in a forbidden love affair and his time as a prisoner of war during World War II. There are some scenes in the jungle which are very intense and show incredible bonds between soldiers trying to survive against all odds.
We all left part of ourselves.
The show beautifully handles the after version of Dorgo as an older man, haunted by his past, even though the world sees him as a hero. It's a beautiful but sometimes difficult look at how one life can be shaped by both great tragedy and great love. This movie has been praised as one of the most emotionally connecting television events of the year. The Tiger. The Tiger is a German war movie that feels different from the usual Hollywood hero stories. The film draws heavy inspiration from Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness and shows a dark exploration of the psychological breakdown of soldiers during World War II. Set in 1943 on the Eastern Front, the story follows the 5-man crew of a German Tiger tank. They are sent on a secret mission deep behind Soviet lines. To cope with the exhaustion and extreme pressure of the mission, the crew is fueled by Pervitin, a methamphetamine historically distributed by the Wehrmacht.
Ohne sie zerbricht alles. Wenn du deine Hände bewegst, gehen wir beide mit der Mine hoch.
While they go further into enemy territory, the chemical stimulation and the horrors of war cause their mental states to deteriorate. The mission shifts from a military operation into a hallucinatory journey into the heart of darkness, where the boundaries between reality and drug-induced paranoia begin to dissolve. From the front lines to the quiet moments of sacrifice, these films remind us why war cinema remains so unforgettable. So, which are you going to watch next?